Dr. Zedviga ayambadde mask. Dr. Zedviga yo ayambadde mask. Akulaga beera Kyagulanyi oli. Doctor, how are you? Live on Ghetto TV. You are ready?
Yes,
yeah. Dr. Zedviga ye mask agitaddeko. Afuuse Kyagulanyi naye waali. Aketalo kamanyi poliisi ekyankalanyiza ebyentambula naye ate bodyguard bagamba obudde buweddeyo. Bano baagala kuleka buli munnamawulire mabega, buli muntu emabega, kuba n'abamawulire bennyini babagamba badde emabega, n'abamawulire bennyini babalemesa okuva mu kifo kino. Motoka yerimu Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu.
tambula go to walide tambula
embeera bweto bweri tusimbudde Magere tusimbudde Magere abalabi ba Geto TV mwe bali kubeerako tukyagenda mu maaso n'okubaweereza nate era mwe bali buteekuumira mu mabiga sawa ziri 3 Robert Kyagulanyi alina okubeera akakiiko k'ebyokulonda sawa 4 yakufunawo Kyagulanyi ayinza obutatuuka mu budde olw'ensonga poliisi egezaako oba okudireeyinga tetutegedde bulungi naye nga poliisi bweyimirira bwe bakyankalanya simanyi oba Kyagulanyi anaatuuka mu budde naye abantu bakambwe babawooninze omwogezi wa poliisi omwogezi w'ekisinde kya People Power naye asimbudde waliwo okufaawo aye kanfune wentambulirako waayi
Mpola togwa.
Stani abakoze futi.
Ogamba Museveni abakoze.
Stani ngambye Stani. Obeta Google akunone. Obeta ni Julius akunone. Simanyi wabulide nawe obeta akunone. Julius akunone. Ani David? Masiri.
Nere mukwata byesira baba nyo. Gaje ni sina kiri.
Twakasimbule Magere dakiikanga 3 naye abantu abasoba mu 3 bamaze dde okwenyiga ku convoy ye Lord block abaziyitako oba nedde
Driver! Okule teka ona. Ah, that is okule. Everyone is not okule. Go back to the police.
Simanyi lwaki ne bano yabakkiriza okubeera
gendera awo oli ereka amasanyalaze embi nnyo
Polisi etandise okugoba road blocker gye tusoose osanga mu dakiika nga 10 etandise okugoba abantu okulaba nga tebawerekera ku Kyagulanyi. Etandise okugoba abantu era essaawa yonna omukka ogumbalagala. Unavuga agende mu maaso.
Bano bakubiddeko.
Okure! Why in front, brother? Eh? Sorry.
Naye bano nga Museveni yabaddeko bodaboda.
Bagezezzaako bagaana okwerekera Kyagulanyi Ssentamu naye bayise mu nnimiro, abasinga bayise mu nnimiro adankuyingira yata
Bode mfu yalese yakyoyo.
Salongo Sematimba bwejire wano kusimba oye Salongo abalabe bageto TV oye Salongo agasazewo gasakira ku boda boda. Yes, Salongo Sematimba bwejire twabagambye tugenda kukola minutes zonna okubaweereza abalabi baffe.
Kicha kiganye
Honorable Segirinya adduseewo buddusi nkugambye ekiri eno Honorable saza okudduka sawa nyazi genda wera nga
Enga support bode kyatambula bulungi.
Watu kwa Uganda wa.
No utafuna support. Bali zo kulo.
Kampala Central Chairman Nyanzi, Machinje East, Nyekodeli, Machinje West, Alias Tewanyana, Machinje Sabagabo, oyo yesi mu
abana ba Ghetto TV kisasi namuntu omuntu mungi
kugamba mutya omuwarabu mugambe
tusanze ekisasi namuntu omuntu mungi akamotoka ka polisi akokola bakajjudde
mugamba mutya Kairi Henry organizo sizide Doha nabagamba abana bade updates
Tyagasi mungi
kuberanga tulina masimu malungi
fundamu fundemu bananyiri motoka bagenda tufundemu okay
kitera ekifaananyi kyaffe okubeera nga kibi okubeera nga tulina kamera embi n'okubeera nga power banks tetuzirina asimu ge tulina siga buvunaanyizibwa ate nga tusuubira okutandika okukwata ebintu ebyewala
yaliddamu essaawa yonna wano
tulina okufuna ebyuma ebigenda okubeera nga
olw'ensonga abantu bangi abeeyiye ku kkubo nga bwolabira abawubiddeko ne bafa essanyu lengera ekiri eyo mwebale nnyo abali ebweru w'eggwanga nga mwe struggle mugikolera eyo banange ne mubako kyemututeera mu nsawo ngadde mwanyi naffe Daphne Akekuzire azze okubaako katusondera yensonga lwaki tubaweereza live zino zonna ze mulaba yensonga lwaki tubaweereza munansonyiwa sijja kusobola kusoma comments zammwe olw'omukka ogubalagala sometimes nzibiriza okumala eddakiika nga 2 naye ng'essimu ngirese waggulu kubanga omukka mungi nnyo sawa zino nakaddamu okulaba amaziga ninga afiiriddwa
batumiddeko mwebale nnyo okubeera nga mugoberera mwebale nnyo okubeera nga ensonga zonna kuzitambuza bulungi yasalawo abeere nga ajja ntebe enkulu y'eggwanga so tetumusuubira mulundi guno okutukiikirira embeera bwetyo bweri
nsuubira kati President Museveni yeevuma eyasazaamu okulonda kwe Kyaddondo
ndabira ddala nga
yamuleetera obuzibu omulamuzi we yamwevuma
bulungi nnyo Mariam Nakayiza
abantu babakuba Tyagasi naye abantu tebakuwa
mugambe nti leero simulwadde weerwaze gwe ali ebuwarabu mu UAE omuwarabu mugambe nti omusujja gunkutte ofune bufunye headsets oteeke mu matu osobole okubeera nga weebeereramu
poliisi eringa mukolera campaign olw'ensonga emuzibye teyeeyongerayo awulira ku bantu be abantu bongera okuŋŋaana ebizimbe waggulu bijjudde njogera ekindekeki ebizimbe waggulu bijjudde nga bw'olaba baganda bange tuli kisaasi
njagala kulabayo omuntu omu agamba nti swit apo ngenda kugula esimu ya Samusanga
tuli kisaasi baganda baffe
kulabayo omuntu omu bw'ati agamba nti swit apo ngenda kugula power bank emu n'essimu ya Samusanga kakase omukwano gwabwe gwe mulina laba nga batandise okubulookinga
bagezaako bulookinga
laba nga batandise
emmotoka n'abantu obuteeyongerayo bagezaako obulookinga wano ekisaasi nabo bataddewo road block sirowooza nti bangi babasaliddeko awo bajja basalako abantu ate abantu bongera kweyiwa ku Kyagulanyi bwe balemesa emmotoka nga bava mu mmotoka nga baddusaawo ebigere namungi w'omuntu kubamu akafaanani singa tewabaddeewo covid pasita Yiga yabyogerako wumula mirembe omusumba Yiga
yes olwangande swit apo amabonaka mu Samsung Android boda bazikiriza abaana
betutuuka wabula kisaasi kyo bakikoze tunatera otuuka ekisaasi ku lawundi naye ekiri mu kkuba abantu namungi w'omuntu babakuba omukka ogubalagala naye tebakuwa
embeera bwetyo bweri mukwano gwange embeera bwetyo bweri Shamimu Namuganza ugambye nti osinzidde kata okulaba hapo mabanka alwambuuliza olwanga nti hapo mabanka ngenda kujja nayo neyanziza neyanzeege eyanziza neyanzeege naye oyinza okujja nga kampeyini ziwedde naye nga ndabira ddala nga omuntu mungi Uganda Roni omuntu omulaba otya
embeera nzibu nnyo namungi w'omuntu bagezaako
ono omuntu wasemba kumulabawa
bagezaako bakuba tiyagasi naye abantu bajja
gawulire
tuzzemu omuko gubalagala nateera
banna
naye lengera abantu tebalina gye badda
waliwo angambye nti Sweet Apple drop yayo namba kantekeko namba njagala simu katekeko twagala simu
bakuba tiyagasi naye abantu tebalina gye badda
so bwekito bwe kiri naye nga ndire muganda wange Buganda Ronald owa Ghetto TV Buganda Ronald agambye nti ekifaananyi bwe kibanga tekiri kiriya wano osobola ogendako ku mikutu emirala egya Ghetto TV ekifaananyi kiri kiriya ne the update sinayo ekifaananyi bwekito bwe kiri bwe kibanga tekikutambulidde bulungi oli wa ddembe oli wa ddembe okola ki
ne bano abantu banatya tiyagasi teryaseguka naye baba ketutomedde wali ekisansi kabadde katiyagasi tetutomedde awo nga tunaterera
enamba yiyo ngibawadde ebyaddala bino byosi byakukola ki twetaaga ebyuma we need phones
okendezaamu
so bwekito bwe kiri naye nga tulaba nga Saasi Ntinda Road omuntu mungi nnyo Saasi Ntinda Road
bagezezzaako okumuyisa ebweru w'ekibuga nga balowooza osangayo abantu gye baabeereyo naye ate era nayo abantu gye bali bayitirivu nnyo
so enamba kitaddewo wansi
akakubyemu ambulensi mwennyini akubyemu
ambulensi agikubyemu
eyo gavumenti yammwe ambulensi bagikubyemu omukka ogubalagala oba mulimu omulwadde
mu ambulensi mwakubye mwennyini eno gye bayita presidential
abasajja bakambwe bano oh my god I've never seen this all my life bakubya akacupa katiyagasi mu ambulance mwennyini this is unfair Uganda police banange oh my god
tuli Kisaasi kamera za Ghetto TV waliwo eri maaso waliwo eri emabega alonda bujulizi
omulwadde sobola omukutula omutima ate tetuda mu bizibu polisi yetusibye
okubala abalamu wano ekisaasi we tuli abantu abakuŋŋaanidde ebweru ekkubo nga nkozesa amaaso mu kuteebereza bayinza okuba bali wakati w'emitwalo ebiri kubanga beetoolodde Kisaasi yonna wabweru ne munda ne wabwe eri waggulu yonna gye bali oyo muyiteko naawe yoko
polisi yetusibye polisi yetusibye This is unfair. Uganda police calling Banange. How can you really do such thing? Police ekuya katebe kati ya gas mu ambulance wennyini
atona abadde ki
this is unfair naye look gene maso nimuzikiza
tuze ku bypass ekisaasi tuvuddeyo naye abantu baaniriza Kyagulanyi. Linda olutalo mu kusoma manifesto tetumanyi oba banaamukkiriza ogisoma nga bwe baazisomye. Wadde ayita wano tugira
Omuwarabu mugambe leero byaddala kikutte waliwo angamye twabulayo eddakiika 7
kati mugwade
afande
mulaba
those are journalists you are not with this some of them
eyes on you afande eyes on you emotoka gye mulaba police 17
bali mu kukoona ababodaboda bambi abamu n'abamawulire
bakoona abaana abali ku boda ate banamawulire.
You also have kids home. Some of them they are journalists.
They are all of you.
Hey.
Why can't you respect your age? At least don't respect the uniform. Respect your age.
Area they are seeing you.
We shall hunt you. Time is coming.
Big up everyone who is watching. Big up all supporters.
aba ababodaboda gye basaliikiriza bambi okulaba nga baatirisiti bawerekera ku Kyagulanyi.
Kibagala kikiika kino nemukikiika mumutuluzemu kamera oyo omutemu mumutuluzemu kamera oyo omutemu
oyo omusajja akonera ddala
wakati omulimu gwakola gwakoona babodaboda nanga yanamanya kyanaatuga naye nga y'omulimu gwe gwakoona kamera ndowooza mutegedde Charles Mutyabula engeri gye yattibwamu mutegedde engeri Charles Mutyabula gye yattibwamu yeeyo yennyini
bana akubye koona gwe abapoliisi bamulemeddwa
bwe tumulabisizza aswadde
tear gas mask.
Kama tusaside tunatera okuva ku kyettaka NTV ikoze nayo olunaku olwaleero
Nedda ssebo oyagala bakuge
kayiseewo
Omwana mukono guvuddeko gugudde wansi. Bamukonye. Omukono guvuddeko. Omwana omukono guvuddeko. Wali omukono gonna guvuddeko nze ngulabye guvuddeko.
Naye wa ambulance ayimiridde. Seba. Kundi mulabye ayimiridde agenda muteeka mu ambulance. Nabagambye tugenda kufunamu bakadolike kati waliwo wakooba polisi twekoonye. Kati tuli ntinda buli sawuni we tuyita buli sawuni we
Bademu bagambe kuterirale sibateri campaign bajja kuwulira.
Weewaawo tukola ekisoboka kyonna okulaba nga tutuuka mu budde. Naye ekiri mu maaso baaba
Abaana b'entinda.
ekiri mu maaso wano entinda. Ntinda asaanikiddwa yadde omukka ogubalagala muyitirivu naye asaanikiddwa na mungi w'omuntu.
Okaniza bodaboda naawe.
Kino wasemba kiraba mwakati.
Kino yali ali Hajina Santege Sebagala ng'ava ebweru akomawo mu ggwanga Uganda. Kiri entinda mu tawuni tiyagasi alinga tiyagasi naye abantu tebavaamu.
Bakumye ebyoto entinda. Oyinza ogamba bajjaji.
Tekemu amazzi tiyagasa ali wali mukambe
Yongera.
Ero kibaddewo. Ate nga ntinda. Zezimu kola destination.
Tiyagasi anyooka mu ntinda wakati. Ayayayay.
Kama asaasira abaana bakwata live.
singa obadde osobola n'otunula n'ekuulamu tagenda kukata obadde bakutulaba nati kati agenda kusiga agenda kulingira agenda kukola
Tiyagasa ali mu ntinda naye era abantu balemedde kukuba badduse n'abalemeddewo balemeddewo. Mu dakiika emu emabega wano wabadde tiyagasi naye era abantu bakomyewo. Lengera kye bakoze wano okutimba baluuni.
What is time? Uganda is time. What is your time there?
Olunaku lwajjo poliisi yategeezezza nti abantu 100 ababadde ku President Museveni babalemeredde. Babadde bangi nnyo ne babalemerera naye olunaku olwali abantu 1.5 tebasobodde balemerera omukka gunyoose. Katonda ensi yaffe giramuze kisa. Katonda ensi yaffe giramuze kisa. Amasasi live sakoneti ya gas.
Bule saawa emu then kibeera kirungi nnyo naye nga tuli ntinda obudde buno tuli ntinda Uganda poliisi bigisobedde omuntu muyitirivu Segirinya Muhammad mulaba nga ye ali ku ddo atuka musinde
gago embe y'amazzi etuuse
eyo poliisi abawagizi beetyo ebakubye okubalagala ate bayiridde n'amazzi nsubira ekiri nti bataliyoni namba
ekimotoka ekifuuwa amazzi kati ekifuuwa kigenda kuggwamu ekimotoka ekiggwamu
omuwagizi yenna bwakyagulanyi amuluubirako ensonga lwaki omuka ogubalagala ne tiyagasi n'amazzi bivuddeyo
Kawulire bwe ganyooka mumeise tuli mu lutalo lwennyini
tugende wali maaso okudda
tugenda
segirinyo obahisi mukama yakola akantu Honorable Kyagulanyi Zedriga ne Honorable Kyagulanyi nga be bamu ndowooza bagenda osekondinga Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu babalemesezza okuyingirayo.
buli omu waali n'abakutte wano agamba okyuka ng'akyuka
kale kalaba Ghetto TV musooke musandike musooke musigale ku live endala eziriko eno kesooka eveeko tujja kuba tukomawo ate olw'ensonga tukubye shortcut okulaba nga tutuuka mu maaso mwebale nnyo mwebali eddala musigale ku lives endala eziri ku Ghetto TV eno kegirevaako olw'ensonga tukubye shortcut omubaka Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu tumulese ate ffe tusobola okutuuka mu maaso mweraba.
What?
Hello? Naffe gye tuli emabega
dda wano ku layini emu.
Honorable, you are going into a race that we can move pride and feel. You can move 20 yards and fail.
Whenever you find unoppressed people, you will know that they've not been sitting. They have always been struggling. They are peasants and struggling to free people. I salute the elders that started this struggle. I did not start it. I'm here to complete it.
Well, you have had quite the journey coming here. What do you think about the way police has treated you and your supporters?
Well, it is for everybody to see. While the police and the military were guarding and protecting Museveni's supporters yesterday, the police has been beating, harassing and tear gassing our supporters to nearly waving.
In your own understanding, is this the start of a win for you, or is it just try and see?
This is not just a start. This started long before I was born. It has been ongoing. You're the one who has mentioned that comrades like Paulo Kawanga Semogere, Dr. Kizza Besigye, and many others have been.
Media, please.
This side. Please. 110. Please, allow him to pass. Only 10. Only 10 are entering. 10. Yeah. This is one.
Okay, Honorable Kyagulanyi.
Lord Chair and Returning Officer for Presidential Elections, would like to welcome aspiring candidate Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert, National Unity Platform, who is here with us at the nomination ready. Protocol team, can you please usher in aspirant to their seat?
tugendereko wali ogambe maake akuweka maiki kange anti bwolina kaadi ekukkiriza okudda eno twekirisidde nze nyingirewo mukibuli kitegeera.
We welcome you after Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert to the national nomination venue for presidential elections 2021. And welcome the entourage that you've come with. And thank you for keeping to the numbers that we recommend. Thank you very much. Welcome the spouse, the dance, welcome, and the rest of the team. This is what's going to happen in the next few days. And I cannot just because of time. Please,
apologies.
We will ask at this moment the proposer and the seconder to present the chairperson, the returning officer of these elections, the nomination documents of the aspiring candidate. The proposer and the seconder, please prepare for presentation of the nomination documents. Media, we need to keep to our allocated space.
And secondly, we have also secured for you security personnel who will be accompanying you wherever you are going on that vehicle. After that, we have a short stint with the media because, as I said, you have eaten into the time of another candidate because you reported to this venue late. So let's go and conclude that.
The team that has come now with a candidate, because now your candidate, Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert, can we please have the candidate now join the commission for the handover, and thereafter the press briefing. Protocol and security, can we prepare next aspirant if they are ready? Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Mr. President. Congratulations. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, candidate Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert, we shall hand over to you the security vehicle, the driver. This is the details I think are here. The commission is responsible for fueling the vehicle, servicing and maintaining it, as well as paying the guard. Please, you're welcome. And I wish you success.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. And Mr. Chairman, allow me to comment that I hope this car is not going to be used to intimidate me or coerce me or intimidate my supporters or coerce them in the name of security, just like other security cars and personnel have been used. I thank you and I look forward to seeing you respect the law, just like I pledge to respect the law.
Thank you, and I hope you live by that commitment, Robert Kyagulanyi, so that we make sure that our country remains peaceful and that this electoral process benefits all of us as Ugandans and not destabilize or bring the country into chaos. So we wish you the best. This security is there to guard you, to protect you, not to inconvenience you at all, and not to intimidate you at all, because even we are going to deploy 4 guards at your home. It is your entitlement.
You are an aspirant, you are a very important person in this country. Yes. And that's why the government is the responsibility of the Electoral Commission to ensure that our candidate is well secured, is well protected along the road, wherever he's going, and also at home. So please accept all these in very good spirit. It's not only you who have provided security, we even gave to the incumbent, we also gave him security. So you get it. So please take it in good heart that this is for your own good, but we want you to cooperate with the commission. If there are any lingering issues that you think are impeding your candidature or your quest to reach the people, approach us as a commission. Because when you go and make statements to the press will not address your problem. It is the commission that is going to address your problems. So please cooperate with us, coordinate with us. If there are any issues, raise them to the commission, and we shall handle them accordingly. Because remember, we have only one country. There is no alternative Uganda where we can run to when this one is in pieces. We shall remain here to live together, to work together, and grow together. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Justice. Maybe before you go, Justice, I appreciate that you asked me to raise any concerns. And at this juncture, allow me to just read one small concern of the double standards of the Electoral Commission and the police and all security agencies. As you noticed, yesterday, President Museveni and his supporters were safeguarded and protected by the same security organs that are coercing and beating up our people. And also to remind you, sir, that every time Uganda has been destabilized, it has been because of a bad election. I'm very sure you were around in 1980 to know what a bad election did to our country. And I hope you are aware that the people of Uganda are not going to accept any disrespect. I hope we all work for the betterment of this country. Like you said, we don't have another country. The young and the old, Absolutely. The powerful and the powerless. I hope we all do this for a better Uganda. Thank you, sir.
An election is a two-way traffic. The Commission cannot guarantee a secure, free and fair election without the cooperation of you, the actors. So we want you, the actors, to play your part, also play our part. But remember, peace unites all of us. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mugambe amulya.
Ayo?
Amulya kyobudaliwo.
Sini taliyo. Joel, we start.
Thank you very much. Mic check.
Okay, omulabi waffe President agenda kubayogerako eri bannamawulire era yenteekateeka egenda mu maaso kati, then we shall see him off ate mukwase bannanga bali wabweru eyo babe nga bagenda naye.
Thank you very much. Fellow Ugandans here in Uganda and everywhere else in the world, I bring you revolutionary greetings wherever you are, and I thank you for the massive support that you have given to us for these past 3 years, which have been years full of challenges. I take this opportunity to also announce that what we are witnessing right now is the launch of a very critical phase in our struggle to liberate ourselves from a dictatorship which has crippled our country for almost 4 decades. A dictatorship
which has strangled our economy with a massive corruption, patronage, high cost of living, a sick healthcare system, a broken down healthcare system, etc., etc. For a very long time now, we have lamented and cried about the government which works for only the few and excludes the majority. Well, today, we close the book of lamentation and open the book of Acts. It is time for action, action that will put an end to the injustices, the oppression, and the impunity in our beautiful country, Uganda. Countrymen and women, I come before you not as the most qualified, not as the most experienced, but I come before you as the most committed to lead this liberation, to lead the people of Uganda out of slavery. Countrymen and women, for the last 58 years, our nation has suffered. So many problems have befallen our nation, but key among them has been dictatorships. Each one trying so much to outdo the one before it in violence, in looting, and in plunder. We have not witnessed a peaceful transfer of power from one leader to another since our country became independent in 1962. Unfortunately, friends, 15 years ago, when we had the chance to witness the first peaceful transition of power, 15 years ago, President Museveni, through greed, he denied our nation an opportunity of experiencing a peaceful transition of power from one leader to another, from one generation to another. And as if that was not evil enough, only 3 years ago, this greed caused him to act in the most shameful manner and remove the last safeguard in form of age limit from our constitution. Like Idi Amin, Museveni declared himself president for life in our country, Uganda. Well, little did he know that God will one day raise a generation that will not take that. Little did he know that God will raise unexpected people from unexpected places. So, to you, Mr. Museveni, since you have failed to control your greed and lust for power, our generation is determined to save you from yourself and stop your 35-year-old dictatorship. The liberation and socio-economic transformation of our country cannot be achieved unless we first remove the big obstacle, and that is Museveni, who has undermined all institutions of state and instead institutionalized corruption in Uganda. And of course, he has institutionalized human rights violations. Fellow Ugandans, I'm offering myself as a candidate of the highest office in this land, as a representative of the oppressed Ugandans. My background is well known to you, all of you, born hustling and born to hustling parents, raised in the ghettos of Kamosha, but fortunate enough to raise on top courtesy of my talent and hard work. It is now this background that has enabled me to understand the struggles of the common Ugandans. 35 years ago, Museveni started feeding off taxpayers' money and living in absolute abundance. Him and his cronies are completely detached from the common person, and no wonder they mock our people because they have impoverished them, battered them, and suppressed them. That is why this election, in this election, I am representing the weak, I am representing the poor, I am representing the downtrodden, I am representing those that have been excluded from a system which works only for a few and of course sitting and stepping on the necks of the many. I am representing the overtaxed business people. I am representing the parents that have sold all their land to take their children to school, and now their children cannot find jobs. I am representing the border riders who are persecuted every day after being made to pay large sums of money. I am representing those wives and mothers that cannot afford maternal health. I am representing the business person who borrows money at high rates and cannot figure out how to pay it. I'm representing the local suppliers who were kicked out of government tenders simply because they don't know anybody in government. I am representing poor Ugandans who have lost land to the powerful land grabbers, and many of them are in government. Yes, those who cannot get justice because justice under Museveni is for sale. I am representing the poor soldiers, the police officers who are so oppressed, yet they are commanded to beat and kill citizens who they are supposed to protect, simply because they must appease the rich. Those rich and the mighty are the ones we are standing against. In this election, gentlemen and ladies, I am representing the hard-working people of Usoga that have been deliberately kept poor by the NRM regime. I am representing the great people of Acholi, whose land is being stolen in broad daylight by the regime and its cooperative. I am representing the people of Lango, who have been deliberately marginalized and disempowered for the past 3 decades. They have been deliberately marginalized and squeezed. I am representing the impoverished people of Karamoja, who are kept under the barrel of the gun while their gold, their copper, their cobalt and iron ores are stolen away by the rich and mighty. I am representing the people of Bunyoro, who live and grow cheap crops on the oil that is theirs. Yes, their oil has been kept in the dark because they are looked at as they don't have the right to know what is happening in their land. I am representing the people of Bugishu, whose past glory has been shattered by the present regime. Their cooperatives, which kept them rich and productive, were destroyed by the regime. I am representing the people of Chigezi, who work so hard to earn little. I am representing the people of Bukedi, who are being turned into beggars on their own land. I am representing the people of Uganda, whose land has been grabbed and they are left poor. They are made beggars. They are made slaves on the land of their grandfathers. I am representing all the people of Uganda, ladies and gentlemen, representing the people of Toro, the people of Rwenzori, who live in constant fear because of the brutal regime. Those who are battered in 2018, whose wounds are still fresh in the mind. I represent them. I represent the youth who are very hardworking and yet they have no way to break through the yoke of oppression. The youth that work so hard but don't have the means of production. They don't have no land, they don't have no capital, and they have limited or no opportunities. These are the people I am representing. I am representing this section. The vast majority who are oppressed, yearning for freedom. I'm representing the journalists who cannot even peacefully practice their work without being harassed and beaten by the regime. I am representing the health workers who are paid peanuts for doing incredible work. I am representing my mother, who was a nurse, who had 10 children and who died a miserable life because when she got an accident and put in Morago casualty, she had to stay there an hour in a hospital she served for more than 20 years. I am here to speak for her, even though she cannot speak no more. These are the people that I'm representing. Fellow Ugandans, I present myself to you as a servant, not as a boss. While our detailed plan of action towards our new Uganda will be presented to you through our manifesto, allow me very briefly, because we don't have time, to state just a few things that we will run based on. Most importantly, I want you the people of Uganda, to know that we are going to run a people-centered government which focuses on these areas. Our agenda, first and foremost, is freedom. We want to ensure that all Ugandans, regardless of who they are, of where they come from, are free in their country. All Ugandans must enjoy the freedom of expression, the freedom of conscience, the freedom to disagree with those in power, the freedom to assemble peacefully, and yes, the freedom to worship, and all other freedoms which have been, of course, taken away by the regime. So number one, I intend to increase the pay of the security forces. Let me say that again. I intend to increase the pay of our security forces. The pay of our soldiers, police officers, and prison officers is so miserable. It must be improved. If I become president, I will have the privilege to know what the classified budget really does. Such a huge amount of money will be used to improve the pay of our security forces so that they can live a better life. When I'm president, the lowest paid soldier or police officer will be earning 1 million shillings. Let me say it again. When I am president, the lowest earning police officer or soldier or prison officer will be earning 1 million shillings. I will improve their housing and health care. Low-ranking and middle-ranking officers must be entitled to free quality health care as the high-ranking officers. Our government will find opportunities for the spouses of the soldiers and police officers to ensure that they are each contributing to the livelihood of their families. I also intend to streamline the promotion criteria in the armed forces and of course in the police, which will be based on merit and not technical know-how. Never again will soldiers be forced to join the police. I say this again. Never again will soldiers be forced to be dreams of Uganda. But today, I want to say to you, please dare to dream again. Please dare to hope again. Friends, dare to believe again. Our nation has been reduced into a laughing stock among nations. But once again, we shall rise to be the true Pearl of Africa that we have been known for. Nothing can defeat people united, especially if we are united by conviction. A people united can never be defeated. 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 Yes, and also I want you to know that nothing can stop an idea whose time has come. Our story as NUP and as People Power, and also my individual story, friends, is a story of commitment, resilience, and never giving up. It is an example that challenges only strengthen the prepared. Let us come together under the umbrella of a new Uganda. And yes, march together, all of us, men and women, young and old, rich and poor, towards that new Uganda. As I conclude, I want you to know that we are aware that Museveni prides himself in his record of rigging elections. And of course that the Electoral Commission has always been helping him in achieving that. Well, today, let me send a message to him and Mr. Ryabakama. Just like I've just told him in his face, I will tell him again publicly that it is in your best interest not to mess with the people of Uganda. I say this again, Mr. Museveni and Mr. Ryabakama, it is in your best interest not to mess with the people of Uganda. Because if you do so, you know the cost will be high. So finally, to all the Ugandans out there in Uganda and abroad, we rally you not to treat this as an ordinary election, but as a revolutionary election. The stakes are high. The transition is in our face. Freedom is staring us in the face, ladies and gentlemen. It is time. The time is now. And we have entered the ring. I say we have entered the ring and we are not coming out. We only await to raise our fist in victory. Because this is the time, ladies and gentlemen. Kati tusimbudde. I say kati tusimbudde. This is it. This is a battle between the past and the future. I say this again, this is a battle between the past and the future, between the old and the new, between slavery and freedom. This is the defining moment. So, I want you to know, Ugandans, that power is in your hands. And it is this time where you choose to trust that power in a person that you decide. This is a mission to freedom. I say this again, this is a mission to freedom, not a mere election. We are removing a dictator. Say that after me. We are removing a dictator, and we are doing this peacefully and constitutionally and legally because we know that our laws provide for that. If we were born and there was no constitution in Uganda, we would bow to slavery. But when I read the constitution, it guarantees all this. When I remember what President Museveni said when he was my age, he said, what do you do when a regime has closed all avenues of peaceful change. Well, we have an avenue of peaceful change, and we know the world is watching us. We are going to be free. I say we are going to be free. And now, very, 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 very finally, I want to pay tribute to all the people that have been struggling, those that came before us, those that have lived before us. We are alive to the fact that we stand on your shoulders. We are alive to the fact that you inspired us to see the truth. And we call all upon you to stand by that truth. I want to respect Dr. Paulo Kawanga Semogerere. I want to respect Dr. Chiza Besije. I want to respect Dr. Miriam Matembe and all other leaders who have paid the price in different ways. And of course, I want to salute all the comrades that have been murdered in cold blood in our pursuit for freedom. We stand by you. Your blood is still watering the tree of freedom. And I can guarantee you, comrades, wherever you lie, that we shall be free, or we shall die trying to be free. Thank you for God and my country. We shall overcome. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. When the struggle is over, we shall people power, our power, our power, people power, NUP, everywhere, everywhere, NUP. Thank you.
We have set up.
Bobi, nomination. Kino kiki ekitegeeza mu bulamu olunaku olwaleero Uganda n'abawagizi ba NUP oba abawagira ekibuga.